The ABC crew debates on who the top 5 shooters are in the space. We're going catch and shoot in that jab 3 in the 1v1 setting. Okay, we're going to give you list of names here, and these are list of names that we're going to debate off of to make our top 5 list. Jay Horn, Rob, Nesco, Scoob, Friga, Nas, Keyshawn, Keon, Lat, Trey Croft, Ryan, Perilla, BJ, and Hoodie Kale. All right, fellas, let's convene.
Let's go. Can we go down the list?
Jay Horn.
Team setting, 3v3, 5-on-5, great shooter. 1v1 doesn't shoot the triple threat 3 a ton, but is still a good shooter in 1v1s.
Yes.
But doesn't have that triple threat 3 as much as some of the other guys on the list have.
Yep.
So how do we...
I think Jay Horn would be an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
Because the next guy on the list is Rob, and I think Rob is, as a shooter on the team setting and the 1v1 side, I think he's a notch above.
I think so too, because he's shooting from 30 feet off a jab, and it's consistent. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you, Sid, on that one. So we think Rob's in that top 5 for sure.
Woo!
Let's go down the list.
Yeah, we can go down the list because we also got Nesco here.
Yeah,
I don't think Ness is in that top 5.
Why not?
I think because I think the other guys on this list are a little bit more consistent. Like a guy like Scoob, a guy like Friga, especially Freak in the team setting off that catch and shoot. Scoob's entire 1v1 game is based off that jab 3. And in the 3v3 setting, he knocks down 3s. Nas's game too. I'm not saying Nesco can't shoot. Nesco can shoot the basketball. But I would kind of pick, especially those next 3 guys before him, and even Rob in the shooting setting.
For Ness, I think he's top 3 skilled, but just shooting isolated.
Yeah.
Probably honorable mention.
For Nesco?
Yeah.
For Rob, we got top 5. Scoob, I think Scoob's the top
Scoob's
5
up there.
shooter.
I do.
Scoob, to me, Scoob's top 3 immediately.
Yeah.
For
Friga.
Man.
He kind of jab 3 is his kind of his shit, or sidestep, but it's like catch and shoot in the 3s and the 5s. You can't help on the strong side. You really can't help too much off of him. 1v1, that's kind of where he gets his shit off because he elevates so high. He has a nice quick release at the top. So it's like, if we're talking about just pure shooting, I don't see how Friga isn't on that top 5 list.
Okay.
Yeah. 5-on-5, 3-on-3. He's a dead eye. He's considered a dead eye, like on a scouting report. So I think he's top 5.
How do you differentiate from a person who shoots really well in team setting but doesn't shoot the best in 1v1 setting?
Like a guy like Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well, then that's your ability to get your shot off too. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys can create great looks for themselves.
So if you're shooting in a team setting, it's overbearing. Can you kind of be lackluster in a 1v1 space? Because Keyshawn's shot ability in a team setting it's low-key very powerful when he's hot. Does that overlook the jab 3?
We got to weigh it out. He's definitely a dead eye too. He's one of the few dead eyes on the list.
Like when Key gets hot, it's low-key more potent than anybody on this list.
Yeah.
But
heat check, for sure.
I'm going to take a balanced Friga attack before I take a Keyshawn potent team setting attack.
We should come back to Keyshawn.
All right,
Nas
is
up there. His ones take him a long way.
Yeah, his jab 3 in the 1s, man.
Yeah.
His jab. He's another guy that based his entire game off that jab 3 in the 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Team setting, he can go cold.
I've seen him go cold a couple times in team setting. I've seen him go cold too.
He's just been taking a lot of shots in team settings for Nas is in the mid-range.
It is.
So 1-on-1s, jab 3 for sure. Like he's a great 3-point shooter. In team settings, he tends to shoot a lot of volume shots in the mid-range. Like even in the big 3, most of his shots are going to be mid-range unless he gets free, which I've seen a few times, and he just shoots like a wide open 3, and he'll make those. Yeah. But or if somebody goes under, he'll shoot it occasionally, but he's mainly shooting in the mid-range.
That's fair.
Because he is, off those counters. Yeah.
We should come back to Nas.
Yeah, I think so.
Keon. Now, this is where we differentiate because I think Keon might be a top 5, top 3 scorer.
Yeah.
But just shooting, he doesn't shoot a lot of jab threes. It's more of a pound sidestep.
No, but it's tough for me because he's the most efficient. Like he probably has the best shooting numbers, like the best field goal percentage. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He probably has the best field goal percentage in one-on-ones out of the whole YouTube scene because of how efficient he is. But some of that is how high quality of shots he creates. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's tough too to distinguish. Like, is he a better shooter than some of the guys we've named? It's hard for me to say no because he scores more efficiently than anybody.
Yeah, he's had I wish we could have seen him more in a team setting. I think we saw him one time in Chapter 2, Season 2 in a team setting.
Like very fast, I think.
Yeah. I wouldn't put him on there just yet. Just have to see a little bit more from Keon. Obviously, we all know he could go at a high level. He could shoot the basketball, but I just want to see like a larger body of work. To make a accurate synopsis about what he does for sure. But I think this next guy is top 5.
Lat.
I think this next guy's a top 5 guy in terms of just shooting.
The only time we saw him was Detroit. Didn't have the best shooting performance.
Yeah.
Warzone had one of the greatest scoring / shooting performances we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Oh no. TNCO2.
I think he shot pretty efficient there, or
he just couldn't finish the game out.
Yeah.
I think Lat's probably. I think he has a strong case for top 3 shooter in the space.
Yeah,
he's super consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would probably have Lat for me. Probably top 3. I guess we're gonna iron out exactly where everybody stands.
I'm basically writing down top 5 next to the name, so we can then bring those guys out and then we discuss it.
Perfect.
Trey Croft.
That's another one, bro. He might be top 5, bro. That guy, he's another guy that based his whole game off that jab 3. If you back up, I'm knocking it down. In a team setting, I've seen Trey go for 40, just knocking down treys. So that's another potential top 5 guy, bro.
Yeah, he's up there.
Now this next one, Ryan Perilla. He's shooting is literally all of his game, but he will take some dumbass shots sometimes. Got number love for my brother. He will pound sidestep you to death if you allow it.
From the volleyball.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I love Ryan. He get into that rocker bag.
Yeah.
And then get out of there.
Yeah.
Pretty, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
He might be showman top 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's a guy where the fans will galvanize and like rally behind him just to be like, we want to see Ryan do a turnaround thing. We want to see Ryan play. Like he's one of those guys that just lovable by the community.
Yeah.
But does that help his shooting case?
No.
I think he's a great shooter. I think he takes bad shots at times. So it's tough. It's tough because he takes those shots, but I do think he's a great shooter. So,
honorable mention.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Now these next 2 is this where it gets interesting. BJ and Hoodie Kale. Last 2 on the list.
I think Kel's there for shooting.
His jab 3 is freaking the equalizer or the neutralizer.
Yeah.
My only issue is that he's just like Keyshawn, but the opposite.
Yeah, you're right, B.
He's crazy in ones off the jab 3. But I've never seen Kel go fed, catch and shoot on stuff like hit like 4 or 5 threes in a team setting. I've never seen him do it.
Man,
that's actually a good point.
How many top 5 guys do we have right now? So
far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So I think Kel is probably the best shooter out of the triple threat outside of Lat. Him, Lat, Nas are probably my best triple threat in the ones. But like B said, we're weighing in the team setting too. And Kel kind of is a different player in the team setting, I feel like.
We got to think about too what we just seen from Kel from Cincy and TNCO2. He didn't necessarily have the greatest shooting performances.
Yeah.
In
Chapter 2 season
back. But then Chapter 2, Season 2,
phenomenal.
It's like a balance. It's like the law of averages, literally.
yes.
Yeah.
So low. Dang,
I think he's an honorable mention guy. I do. I think he's an honorable mention guy, fellas.
But then that jab 3 is such, like I said, it outweighs everything else so much because that's what he predominantly plays is ones.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what he does. Like a lot of these guys play multiple things, like 2s, 3s. Kale majority plays just 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
So should we reward the guys that are doing those things in multiple settings, or just the fact that Kale mainly plays ones and we don't really see him in the team setting? Should we reward him because the jab 3 is so potent for him in that setting? That's the real question.
You look at a guy like Scoob plays multiple. Look at a guy like Rob plays multiple. Look at a guy like Friga plays multiple. Lat, we haven't seen Lat play in the team setting.
He played team setting in Warzone.
Have a great shooting performance.
Warzone, he shot well. He shot well in Warzone.
Oh, team setting. Warzone. Yes.
In team setting, I think it's like some 3s. He said he shot well there. In the 5s, he shot well. It's another law of averages thing for a Lat.
Yeah.
So then what about BJ?
Say honorable mention. Shooting.
I think it's another honorable mention. I think he can shoot the shit out of it though.
5 argument.
I think he's in the. I'm gonna throw him in the argument because my God, Chapter 2, Season 2, he was wilding.
Yes. Now 2 guys we haven't distinguished yet: Nas and Keyshawn. Can you be arguably the best player in the space, but not the best shooter in the space?
Right.
Because Zay's arguably the best 1v1 player in the space, not necessarily the best shooter, one of the best scorers. So it's like, is Nas and Keyshawn? I think Keyshawn is honorable mention. But he's had some really good shooting performances in the 1v1. His debut versus Scar. Phenomenal sequence.
Forgot about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I do think Keyshawn is one of the best shooters on this list.
I forgot about that 1-on-1 against Scar, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta take back what I said about him being, because if you shooting like that in ones, you shot like that in ones, and it's literally concrete evidence of it.
Would you put Keyshawn over Nas in shooting? Catch and shoot, jab 3. Nas is a good jab 3 too.
If I'm doing a totality of shooting, I would. But if I'm doing 1v1 shooting, hell no.
Yeah. But all right, if we're just entertain this for a second. If we're writing a scouting report on somebody, Keyshawn is a dead eye. You go over, you chase him around screens. Correct. You do put more emphasis on his ability, or the fact that you don't want him to get a shot off than almost anybody else on this list. Like he might be the most dead eye shooter on the list.
I know.
In terms of like preparing for a college game or like an organized setting, like he's a dead eye shooter. That would be his label on the scout report.
So he got to be over him. He's just off that alone.
I don't want to base it just off of that. I'm not just saying that against Nas, but I'm just saying that he definitely needs to be in the top 5 for me.
I don't mind that.
So,
but my thing is, if we include Hoodie Kill in this top 5 conversation, we have to include Nas.
Oh, Nas should be in the top 5 shooting.
Okay,
for sure.
So Nas and Keyshawn are both in argument.
Yeah.
All right. We have our final top 5 argument list. Okay. This is the list we have, ladies and gentlemen. We have Rob, Scoob, Friga, Lat, Trey Croft, Kale, Nas, and Keyshawn. Fellas, a picture will be coming your way in T-minus a couple minutes. And now it's time to debate. Okay, we have 3, 6, 8 guys, 5 spots. So this is where it gets interesting. Who are we feeling should be at 5? The picture I sent the picture to you too just now, Mills.
Man.
Who do y'all should be at 5? Look at this list, bro. Oh my gosh.
All right, so with Trey Croft, he's another guy I feel like the mid-range plays a lot into his shooting. Is that where we at with that?
That's fair. That's
okay,
fair.
So we are adding a little bit into that?
No, I don't think we should have mid-range.
Okay.
Just straight 3 ball.
But I do understand how the mid-range is potent to his game for sure. Because the reason why, if we do the mid-range, if we do mid-range in this, a lot of these guys come off because we talking about scorers, and I'm putting Nas, you know what I'm saying, higher than Friga when it comes to that because Friga takes no mid-ranges.
So then we could throw Trey. So Trey cross off the list. Okay. You think Keyshawn 5?
I think Keek 5.
Mills, any debate on that?
Might put him lower. Let me look real quick. I think I would have him lower. I think I may have.
Oh, you mean higher?
Yeah, like 4 or like 3.
So who we have at 5? Lat, Rob, School, Friga?
See, the thing is, though, the only reason why I would have Keyshawn at 5 is because outside of that scar performance, I don't really see him. I've never seen him have a potent 1v1 performance that was the equivalent of a Lat 85, and even in team setting, Lat has matched him sometimes in terms of the shooting as well. So, like in a balanced thing, I would have Lat above him.
Yeah. All right, let's go Key at 5.
I'm mad at that. You know, a guy that I thought about that we talked about that we said we weren't going to add real quick was Caleb Huffman, because that shooting performance he had in Warzone in that 5v5, that was a great performance. But we haven't seen that since, but that was just an interesting name I just thought about.
Yeah.
So Key at 5. Okay. Now we have the likes of Nas, Kale, Lat, Friga, Scoob, Rob. Who's not going to make it on this list? Is where that's how we can kind of get straight to the top 5.
Yeah.
I don't think Kale makes it.
Now we have Rob, Scoop, Friga, Lat, Nas, 4 spots. One guy has to go.
I don't think Nas is top 5, bro.
I think Nas.
I think he's like right at 6.
Mills, you agree with that?
With the other names, I'm not mad at that.
Because if y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just thinking about in the team setting. I don't see Nas coming off a pin down. I don't see Nas coming off that flare like Scoob, Friga, Rob can do and knock down shots like that. He's more of like an on the ball sidestep guy. That's how he builds his rhythm. And if we're talking about catch and shoot 3, I don't really see Nas being as potent as those other guys on that list.
I actually can't refute that. So now we have Rob, Scoob, Friga, Lat to fill the next 4 spots. This where it gets interesting, fellas.
How do I not put a guy top 3 that scored 85?
Yeah.
You have a point. And he hasn't played many games on the scene yet. In the games we saw, he's shot pretty well outside of closing the game in TNCO2. In Detroit, but in Detroit, he didn't have a good score. He has good shooting.
How about this? So based on the people that are left, give your top 5.
At 1, catch and shoot, jab 3. Gosh, it would have to be Rob. I'll have to go Rob, Scoob, like right there, because that's Scoob's game. Then Friga, Lat. Rob, Scoob, Friga, Lat, K-Shine. That's what I would go with right now, just off spitballing.
Millie, what's your 5?
I would go. I think number 1, I'd probably go Lat. 1, 2, Scoob.
Yeah, I think Scoob at 2 is solidified for me.
3, I'd go Keyshawn. 4, oh no, that's tough. 3, Rob. 4, Keyshawn. 5, Friga.
Yeah, I'm low-key kind of rocking with Mills.
Mills is 5 ain't bad. Did you just duck pack? Did you just duck pack just now?
What does that mean?
Oh, tongue out.
Oh.
You just dudded it up.
Shut off like, I'm probably, bro. You see, the only thing, Rob can be a little inconsistent sometimes.
This is fact. This is facts.
Rob could be a little inconsistent sometimes.
Right.
To me, I think the most consistent shooter on this list is Uncle Scoob. I think the most consistent jab 3 in team setting shooter on this list is Uncle Scoob. So I'll probably put Scoob at 1. I'll probably put Lat at 2, Rob at 3, Key at 4, Freak at 5.
I like that. We just had one difference.
Yeah, because I think my difference was Rob at 1, but my list is way off from yours. Yeah. But I think Scoob is 1 or 2. That's what I did have him at.
So we got to come now. We got to have a collective ABC crew list, though.
Yes. So we could put Scoob at 1. I'm fine with that.
I really do think Scoob's number 1 in shooting. Like if we just talking, like if we just put them dudes at a, and they got to make, let's say, have out of 100, I think Scoob comes out on top.
Yeah.
And Scoob has so much footage out there where it's like, okay, he's shown it's not enough. This is his game. He shoots.
Yeah.
I like Scoob at 1.
Lat is very consistent, so I would have Lat at 2.
Yeah,
so Lat at 2.
I don't mind. I like the Lat at 2.
Okay, now 3.
I'll probably go Rob.
Yeah,
Rob, just off the potent, he could hit from 30 feet. He could do it. You could jab up. First of all, guys are literally in his pocket. Like tell you what, he had to rip. Yeah. I'll probably go. And also too, I think that's a big factor too, fellas. Like Rob adjusted in Team CO2. And he's instead of ripping, you know how he comes up from that left side, he was ripping through on Tay and letting it go. So I think that's a big thing. Shooting out of different pockets.
Yeah,
I think that's what make Rob top 3 as well. So I'd have Rob at 3.
And then we have Friga and Lat left. I mean Friga and Keyshawn, I bet.
All right, serious question, Millie. Who's a better shooter in ones?
In ones, probably Friga.
Who's a better shooter in team?
I would have Keyshawn.
So which one is more potent in that setting that they're better at?
I think Keyshawn in team settings is very potent. Very potent. To be honest.
I think his shots are louder.
That's because he'll rattle off 5 of them.
Yeah, I know. But Friga could rattle off. We see him down 29-20.
Yeah. Nah, Friga
against ISO Tay.
Yeah. He got some bold
Friga's an
moments.
elite shooter. He's an elite shooter for sure.
Like, but I think, fellas, we just saw something.
I think the main thing that got Keyshawn to Arkansas was his 3 ball. What did he shoot at Arkansas?
Like 45 and above.
Come on, 45?
He never shot under 45 his whole career in college.
But are we using college stats though?
No,
we're not just gonna do that. But I needed to know.
So Key at 4, Free at 5 is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I like it. I think that's a solid top 5.
All right, there we have it.
Right,
ABC Crew
came to an agreement on
official 2025 top 5 shooters list.
Now we could do scores next if you want to. Now we're gonna do some arguing. What you want to do?
I already know what the best score is. The fuck you talking about?
What you want to do? What y'all want to do? We can argue right now.
Wait. Let me off the list of the top 5 shooters, 3-point shooters in space. Okay. Coming in at 5, we have Devontae Friga. At 4, we have Keyshawn. 3, we have Rob. 2, we have Lat. 1, we have Scoob. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree, disagree. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree. Some of you guys may agree. We're not here to, appease to you guys. This is our opinion. This is what we think. This is our.
We just worked through that in real time. We just got all the names down, worked through it, kind of like a podcast style.
That was like a record. We've never worked something that fast on the list.
Yeah.
Off screen ever.
Yeah, that was good money.
No, I'm proud of us, man.
No mid range.
No mid range.
Hey,
scoring.
Wait, fellas, before we get out of here, B. Ellis.
I'm a Sacramento King.
No, damn it. No, man.
Go ahead,
no,
bro.
It's even more important. A. Diddy is free. Call me.